Hey, this video is a curse. Ignore it and it follows you. Like it and it protects you. Comment or suffer the silence.
I tried to ignore it. I told myself it was probably just some kid playing a prank, or maybe a homeless man hiding out. The figure never left. Night after night, it was there, silent, motionless. One evening, I decided to approach it. I wanted to confront whoever was standing there and ask them what they were doing. But as I got closer, the figure didn't look human. It was tall, unnaturally thin, and completely black, like a shadow made flesh. My heart pounded in my chest. I wanted to run, but something rooted me to the spot. Suddenly, the figure tilted its head as if it was curious about me. Then, without a sound, it vanished into the darkness. I stood there alone, shivering, wondering if what I saw was real, or if I was losing my mind. And then I heard the laughter of my daughter, somewhere behind me. But when I turned around, she wasn't there. After that terrifying night, I stopped taking my daughter to the playground altogether. I told myself it was safer that way. Safer to keep her away from whatever that shadowy thing was. But no matter how far I went, or how much I tried to forget, the figure never left my thoughts. It haunted my dreams, appearing over and over again. In my dreams, it stood silently at the edge of the playground, its dark form blending with the night. But each time, it seemed to grow more real, more menacing. Its eyes glowed faintly like burning embers, and it watched me with a cold, unblinking gaze that filled me with dread. One morning, I woke up to an unsettling sight. There were muddy footprints on the floor, small like a child's, leading from the window to the front door. I knew for a fact that no one had come in or out of the apartment. Footprints simply appeared overnight. I couldn't explain it. A chill ran down my spine as I stared at the marks. Someone, or something, had been inside. From that day, strange things began to happen around the apartment. Toys I'd left neatly on the floor were scattered across the room. Doors would creak open and slam shut on their own. Whispers echoed through the empty hallways, soft, unintelligible, but unmistakably there. And sometimes, late at night, a faint smell of something burnt would fill the air, lingering like a warning. I felt watched. Every shadow seemed to hide something. Every silence carried a threat. The dark figure was no longer just outside. It had found a way in. One evening, summoning what little courage I had left, I decided to face it head on. I went back to the playground under the cover of darkness, hoping to understand what I was dealing with. The air was thick and cold, the moon hidden behind clouds. The swings creaked in the wind, and the silence was heavy. As I stepped closer to the oak tree where the figure usually stood, I noticed something odd on the ground. It was a small black feather, unlike anything I had seen before. Smooth, glossy, and unnaturally dark. I picked it up, my fingers trembling. The temperature dropped suddenly, and a heavy presence pressed down on my chest. I turned slowly, heart pounding, to see the shadow standing just a few feet away. It didn't move, but I could feel its gaze burning into me. Then, without speaking aloud, a voice echoed inside my mind, cold and hollow. "She's not safe." The words froze me in place. I wanted to scream, to run, but my body wouldn't obey. The shadow lingered for a moment longer, then vanished into the darkness. Terrified, I fled home, locking every door and window behind me. But safety was an illusion. That very night, I was jolted awake by the sound of my daughter crying. I rushed to her room, but when I got there, her crib was empty. My heart stopped. Frantic, I searched the apartment, calling her name. Then, through the living room window, I saw it. The dark figure, holding her tiny hand, standing just outside in the shadows. The streetlights flickered, casting eerie shapes, but the figure didn't move. It simply stared at me, as if daring me to come closer. I screamed for help, but the world seemed to fall silent around me. No one answered. That night, I realized the nightmare had only just begun.